Hi Henley students, today I'm going to show you how to make a value scale model magic project. First thing you're going to want to do is open up your wrapper. If you have a hard time opening up the wrapper by hand, you can use a pair of scissors. You're then going to need one color of marker and one black marker. This is a monochromatic project, so you're only going to use one color and then black to make the different shades of that color. You want to flatten out your model magic once you have it open. I like to use the marker as a rolling pin. You just have to remember to pick it up and flip it over every once in a while so it doesn't get stuck to your desk. Once you have the model magic thin like a tortilla, then you can start coloring. When you color, I don't like to use the tip of the marker because it tends to get stuck in the model magic and it doesn't work as well. I like to hold the marker on an angle and use the side of the marker. It just glides so much better on the model magic. Now these markers are not permanent, but they are also not washable. So if you get some marker on your hands, don't worry, it's safe, non-toxic, but it might take a couple of washes to get it to come off all the way. It should be gone by bedtime, depending on how much you wash your hands. Once you're colored, then you can either roll the model magic or you could fold it if you like. As long as all that marker's on the inside, it's safe to touch. And then you're mushing and smushing, swirling and twirling. You really should use your finger muscles for this part. And pretty soon you'll see all that color coming through. Beautiful swirls. But for today's project, I want you to continue to mix until you see a nice solid tint. Now a tint is a lighter version of your color. So this raspberry marker is obviously much darker than the model magic. And that's because the model magic is white. And anytime you mix white with a color, it makes a tint. And that color is going to be a lot lighter. Once it's a solid color, I'm going to rip off a piece and set it off to the side. Then I want to roll it out again and continue the steps. Roll it out, color it, mix it, rip off a piece. And I do that at least 4 times. I'm going to pause my video and then I'll unpause it when you have more to see. Okay, so now I have 3 tints of this raspberry color, and the last step is to color with the black to add a shade of raspberry. The black, I want to warn you, has a lot of blue ink in it. So when I color this, it's not only going to make it darker, but it might actually change the color of the model magic a little bit. So if you remember your color wheel, you'll know that when you add blue to pink or red, it'll turn a little purple. But I have to say, I'm not mad about that. I love purple. So this purple will actually be more of like a dark pink, grayish purple. And you can see the color starting to come through already. Once you're done mixing your colors, I'm going to leave it up to you what you would like to do with your model magic. I like to use this kind of model magic color scale for a coil pot, because then you could see all the different colors. Let me get my coil pot so I can show you what it'll look like when it's done. So here I have my coil pot. I rolled the darker shade into a ball and then flattened it out like a pancake to make this round shape. Then all of my other tints I rolled into these long thin coils, and each coil has a different tint, so it almost looks like an ombre effect. If you have extra model magic at the end like I have here, I can then take these 3 tints, roll them together into one long coil, and even twist them together so it almost looks like a candy cane. and I'll use that as the final layer and the final coil on my coil pot. You can also use the Model Magic to make a handle for your coil pot, make it a little teacup, or it could just be a bowl like this one. It's up to you. I hope you enjoy making your value scale Model Magic, and I look forward to seeing what you can come up with for your creations. Have a nice day, boys and girls.